So retail operations is all about how a retailer is going to take care of the every day-to-day operations, that is mode of operation. So how they are going to take care. So under the retail marketing mix, there are 4 P's are there. So we have price, product, place and promotion. So under that, first is product. What is the legal aspects in retailing? So there are different legal aspects like Consumer Protection Act, legal acts, or any sale act, contract act. Hello students, welcome to the first session of Retail Management. I am Vaishnavi, Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In today's session, we are going to see what is the university syllabus formulated for 5th semester BCom. So first, we are going to learn about different modules. So under module 1, we are going to learn introduction of the retailing, and in module 2 we are going to learn about what is the consumer behavior or in retail marketing or in retail industry. Next is under unit 3 we are going to learn about what is the operations of a retailer. So what is the mode of operation, what are the different techniques that a retailer is going to adopt for proper or easy operation of a business. Next is under unit 4 we are going to learn about retail marketing mix. So as the 4 P's of marketing mix, so how it is been connected to the retail industry. And 5th unit we are going to learn about the impact of the current information and technology in the retail industry. So we'll see one by one. So first is module number 1, that is introduction of retailing. So under this module you are going to learn a proper introduction of the retail industry. So when it has been started and what is the basic history of the retailing, and then you're going to learn about the meaning and definition of the retailing, and you're going to learn about what is the basic characteristics of a retailing, so or a characteristics of a retailer, and you're going to learn what the basic functions of a retailing, so how a retail is going to function. So what is the basic mode of operation for a retailer. Next you're going to learn about the different types of retailers which are there. So we have store based retailers, non-store based retailers, and direct retailers. So we are going to learn what are those. Under that there is a subdivision of it. So we are going to learn all that in types of retailers and forms of retailing based on the different kind of ownerships. So we have 3 kind of ownerships, that is sole proprietor ownership and partnership firms and corporate firms. So these are 3 kind of firms that comes under the ownership retailing. And then retail theories. So under that, first theory is about wheel of retailing. So it's a cycle that contains 4 stages. So in growth stage, maturity phase and decline phase. So we are going to learn what are those phases in wheel of retailing. And then next you are going to learn about what is retail life cycle. So it is similar to the product life cycle, which also contains 5 stages. So we are going to learn about how a retailer is going through these kind of life cycles, or product life cycles. Next is retail business in India. So what is the current situation of retail business in India? What is the impact of a retail industry in India? We're going to learn about it, and we're going to learn about the factors influencing the current retail situation in India, and what is the perspective of retail industry in India. So how it is influencing the GDP, how it is influencing the economy, and we're going to learn about how it is important for each and every person to learn about the retail industry. So next module 2 is about consumer behavior in retail industry, so or retail business. So first under that you're going to learn about what is the process that each and every buyer go through. That is a step-by-step process of buying decision. So there's a 5 steps are there. So we are going to learn about what are those 5 steps under buying decision process and its implication on retailing. So how it has been implied in respect to the connection to the retailing. Next is about influencing of group and individual factors. So what are the different kind of group factors or individual factors that influences the consumer behavior in making the buying decisions. Next you are going to learn about customer shopping behavior. So what is the customer shopping behavior? So how different kind of customers are there, what are different kind of buyers are there, what are their behaviors in case of selecting a product, that you're going to learn here. Next is customer service and customer satisfaction. So what is customer service? So why it is an important metric, as well as what is customer satisfaction, why it is important to get the information from the consumers regarding the customer satisfaction, importance of it, what is the benefits of customer satisfaction. All you're going to learn in this particular concept, that is customer service and customer satisfaction. Next, you're going to learn about retail planning process. So how a retailer is going through the different planning process. There's a step-by-step procedure of it, how it is going to take care. So what is the basic procedure that has been followed by the different kind of retailers. So these that you're going to learn in the retail planning process. Next, factors to be considered in preparing a business plan. So a business plan, what is a business plan, why it is important, and what are the factors or contents that need to be there in a business plan. You're going to learn about it. And then implementation and risk analysis. So implementation of business plan into the current retail industry, why it is important, and what is different kind of factors need to be considered for preparing a business plan. So that all you're going to learn in this unit. And you're also going to learn about risk analysis. What is risk? What are the kind of risks we have? So what is the basic step-by-step procedure for risk analysis, and what are the different kind of risks are there? So we have qualitative risk, quantitative risk. So based on that, what are the different kind of qualitative risk and quantitative risk, and what's the step-by-step procedure need to be adopted by a retailer to face the risks in future. Next, under module 3, we are going to learn about retail operations. So retail operations is all about how a retailer is going to take care of the every day-to-day operations, that is mode of operation. So how they are going to take care. So under that, you are going to learn about the important factor, that is store location. So what is store location, and what are the factors that influence a retailer for selecting a particular location. So there are different kind of criteria need to be taken care by the retailer for selecting the proper store location. So that we are going to learn here. And then next, you are going to learn about what is market area. So the location that you have selected, so the in and around premises will be called as a market area analysis, and why it is important. So it to understand the taste and preference of the consumer, to understand the behaviors of the consumer, to identify who are the competitors are there. So all these factors need to be considered, and a proper market analysis need to be done, and a proper store location needs to be selected. Next, you are going to learn about trade area analysis. Trade area is about a whole overall area that is there in and around your store location. So we have different kind of trade areas. So we have proper markets are there, we have cooperative societies are there, and we have special economic zones created by the government of India. So all these kind of analysis needs to be done, and a proper trade market or trade area analysis needs to be done by the retailer before selecting a outlet. Then next is you are going to learn about rating planning method. So depending upon the location that you have selected, so you are going to give a rating to the or a rating to your location that you have selected. So how you are going to do it, a step-by-step procedure is there that you are going to learn here in rating plan method. Next, you are going to learn about site evaluation. So that is, if you are having any plant or manufacturing plant, so what is the procedure to evaluate the site? So how you are going to select the site based on the availability of raw materials, based on the government regulations, based on the power, electricity supply, and based on the subsidies or any kind of factors need to be considered before selecting the site plan. So that you're going to learn in this topic. And then next, you're going to learn about retail operations. So that is about what is the store layout. So we have different kind of store layouts that are there. So we have straight plan method, grid plan method, we have angular plan layouts. So there are different kind of layouts depending upon the product or depending upon the category, what a retailer is going to sell it. So based on that, a store layout needs to be selected. So we are going to learn about that in different kinds of store layout. Next, you're going to learn about what is visual merchandising. So why it is important. So visual merchandising is about how you display the different kind of product in your retail outlet. So on what basis you are going to select, depending upon your color, depending upon your layout, depending upon your product, so and depending upon your display interior. So you are going to arrange the product, and based on that you are going to attract the customers inside your retail outlet. So you are going to learn all these under the visual merchandising. Next, you are going to learn about store designing, that is interior designing of the retail outlet. So why it is important, on what we are going to design the store, and what way you are going to attract the consumers by the way how you design the interiors of your retail outlet. Next is about space planning and inventory management. Space planning is all about how you maintain the spaces or how you showcase your product in the retail outlet. So how you are managing the spaces and how easily a consumer will come to the retail location, how they can, there's a free flow of consumers inside the layout, and all this you are going to study into the space planning and inventory management. So a consumer is a person who purchases the goods in a bulk and they are going to sell it in a single piece. So it is important and very important factor for a retailer to select a proper inventory management techniques. You are going to learn what are all those. We have different kind of techniques like LIFO FIFO method. We have just-in technology method. So there's a proper software is there, so where you can maintain your inventory. So all this you are going to learn in the inventory management. Next is about merchandise management and category management. So under this you are going to learn about, so what is merchandise, so how a merchandise takes place, what is the contract between a merchandiser and a merchandisee, how to maintain all this, what's the layout of the merchandise management. So all this is going to learn in the merchandise management. Under category management you are going to learn about what are the different kind of category products are there and how you are going to maintain the inventory regarding the category of the product. So all this you are going to learn under the module 3. Next, in a module 4, you are going to learn about consumer decision making process, how a consumer is going to make the decisions based on the product that he or she is going to buy it. So first is about retail marketing mix. So under the retail marketing mix, there are 4 P's are there. So we have price, product, place and promotion. So under that first is product. So what is the features of a product, how it should be, decisions related to the selection of a product. So what kind of products need to be selected by the retailer, and what are the different techniques need to be selected by the retailer for selecting a product, that you are going to learn here. And the decisions related to the delivery of the service. So and what we are going to deliver the product to the consumers. So what is your delivery way or transport or different ways of communication that you are going to provide it to the consumers. Next P is about pricing. So pricing is also one of the important factor or a marketing mix that represents what is actually the value or a monetary value of a product. So we are going to learn about what is price, what are the factors that influence fixing of the price, and what are the different kind of pricing techniques that has been adopted by the retailer. So all these you are going to learn in the pricing. Influencing factors that influences the selecting the prices. We have internal factors and we have external factors. All that you are going to learn in this. And then approaches to pricing, that is what are different kind of pricing techniques a retailer is going to select for selecting a particular product. We have different approaches like psychological pricing, skimming pricing, etc. So all these are important to understand the pricing techniques of the retailer. Next, you're going to learn about pricing sensitivity. So what causes a sensitivity of a consumer? So a pricing sensitivity is nothing but the factors or any kind of decisions or any change in the consumer behavior towards the price of a product. So how the pricing sensitivity arises? So based on the competition, based on the quality, based on durability. So all these factors are there that influences the price sensitivity that you are going to learn in this topic. And then next you are going to learn about what is value pricing or markdown pricing. So value pricing is all about depending upon the goodwill of the product or goodwill about the brand, or depending upon the goodwill of the brand inside the market. So they are going to fix the prices for the product. So you are going to learn what are the factors that influences the fixing of prices based on the value of the brand. Next, you're going to learn about markdown pricing. This is one of the technique that has been adopted by the retailers. So they are going to reduce the prices so that to attract the more and more customers. So they are going to downfall or downsize the pricing of the particular product or a service so that new customers can be acquired. So all this you are going to learn in module number 4. So next you are going to learn about place. So place is also one of the important factor, because that is a place where your store location is being located, and that is a place where the transportation facilities are being easily available to your store location. So place also is an important mix that need to be learned about. So under place you are going to learn about the different supply chain management are there. So for easy availability of the product, there's a proper process needs to be adopted for the availability of the raw materials or availability of the finished goods to the retailer. So those kind of principles that need to be analyzed in supply chain management. And you're going to learn about what is retail logistics. So what is the logistics of a company, and how they are going to implement the different logistic techniques in the transportation of a product from one place to another place. Next is computerized replenishment system. So this is a kind of a software where the retailers are going to use it for easy tracking of the products from the place of the manufacturer, from the place of the warehouse to the consumer. So this is about the software. And then corporate replenishment policies. So these are the policies that need to be adopted depending upon the companies. They are going to regulate them, and they're going to adopt it for the easy availability of the raw materials or easy availability of the goods to the consumer. So this is about the place. Next, about the promotion. So what are the promotional activities needs to be adopted? So under that, what is the objectives of the promotion, and then what is the communication, and what are the different kind of promotional strategies that a retailer is going to adopt for attracting new customers. Then next, you're going to learn about human resource management in retailing. So why it is important, what are the techniques of human resource management. So what is manpower planning, what is recruitment, what are the different kind of recruitments are there. So what is training, what are different kinds of trainings are there. We have two types of training, on the job training, off the job training. So what are the different kind of trainings are there. Then performance appraisal. So under that, you're going to learn about the different kind of methods that a company or a retailer adopts for evaluating the employees of the company, and how they are going to appraise the salaries of them. So next, under the module 5, you're going to learn about the impact of information technology in retail. So what is the current information technology, how it has been impacting on the retail industry. So we under that, non-store retailing, that is e-retailing or e-commerce, that is the current trend of the retailing in the current retail industry. So how they are going to adopt the technological advancements in case of the e-commerce, and the impact of information and technology in retailing, and what are the different advancements that has been formulated in case of the introduction of new products or formulating the mode of operation of the retail outlet. Next, you're going to learn about integrated systems and networking, what is barcoding, and what is electronic article surveillances, and what is a customer database management, how to maintain that, and how to have a proper data so that any kind of grievances can be easily solved by the retailers. And what is the legal aspects in retailing. So there are different legal aspects like Consumer Protection Act, legal acts, or any sale act, contract act. So all these kind of acts that came into existence once the retail industry got boomed. So what are the legal different aspects are there, and we are going to learn about what the different kind of social issues are there, and what are the ethical issues regarding the retailing, and usage of the artificial intelligence in retailing. So this we are going to learn under the module number 5. So these are the different skill development activities needs to be done. Then next is about the details of the marks. So your internal assessment contains 40 marks, wherein first internals is for 20 marks and second internals is for 20 marks, and remaining you are going to write for 60 marks under the university examinations. So total 100 marks. So minimum you need to get 35% of marks in semester, that is 21 out of 60, and overall with internals you need to get 40 marks out of 100 to pass in this subject. Next, this is a pattern for internal assessment. So wherein first part A will be having the 2 questions and you need to answer 1 question, and each question is carrying 5 marks. Same for part B, 2 questions will be given and each question is carrying 10 marks. Under part C, 2 questions will be given and each question will be carrying 15 marks. This is your total question paper pattern. So part A will be having 5 marks questions and you need to answer 2 questions and each question is carrying 10 marks, and part B is having 10 marks and you need to answer 2 questions and each question is carrying 10 marks. So total 20 marks is there. Under part C, you need to answer 2 questions and each question is carrying 15 marks and total 30 marks. So total is 60 marks. So this is the books that need to be referred by you. So there is a retail management textbook written by the Barry Beemans and Joel Evans. So and one more textbook, The Art of Retailing by A.J. Lamba, and one more retail management textbook written by Swapna Pradhan, and one more integrated retail management textbook written by James R. Auden and Dinans, and last textbook, Retail Management, written by Levy and Vetsy. So these are the kind of textbooks that are available that you need to be referred for your examination. Thank you so much. I'll meet you in the next session.